That is the sound of disappointment for plenty of South Florida drivers. Our cameras rolling at this racetrack in South Miami Heights this morning when workers did announce there was no more regular, plus, or even premium gasoline. Well, all across South Florida, people are trying to fill up those gas tanks.
They are dealing with plenty of hiccups at the pump, long lines, no gas at all. Local 10's Janice Fernandez live there in Northwest Miami-Dade to explain. Janice.
Well, Eric and JC, the good news is that there is gas at this gas station. So if you're sitting at home and wondering where we are at, we are right off of I-75. This is Miami Gardens Drive and Northwest 87th Avenue. Now, even though there is gas at this mobile gas station, I want you to go ahead and take a look because there are still a significant line at this time. And we've actually seen people lining up here since around 3 this morning. Let me show you some video while I talk over what we've seen. So that line has been fluctuating a bit since 3 this morning. The line has been longer, the line has been shorter. Obviously right now as people are starting to wake up, they probably want to get those gas tanks filled up, not want to wait until later this afternoon because as you know, a lot of stations are running out of fuel. Thankfully there is still gas at this gas station, but people still want to be prepared.
Actually, I've been looking for gas since 7 o'clock. I went to 4 gas stations. I decided to just come home, wake up at 4 and come here. I'm a little bit jittery because of what happened in Houston, so you never know. So I'm just taking all the precautions I can.
And that's really been the sentiments all day long. People are just trying to prepare themselves. We want to show you this video right now. This is Pembroke Park. This is a racetrack gas station. Last night, you can see the long lines. Obviously, a similar situation going on in Broward County. And unfortunately, that's really what we're going to see all day long as people continue to head to the pumps. Now, back out here live, I want you to take a look because like I mentioned, we're at this mobile gas station. This is on Northwest 87th Avenue, right off Miami Gardens Drive. Right across from this gas station, you can see there's a Chevron gas station, but guess what? That gas station, no more fuel. So again, seeing a lot of cars here. And Eric, JC, I cannot stress enough that the best advice I can give is just to pack your patience because unfortunately, if there is a gas station with gas, you're going to have to deal with those long lines.
Yeah, you may start the line and the station may have gas, and by the time you get closer to the front, they may be out. Here's a question, Ginny. So obviously you want to fill up your tank to the top, and you probably have some of those gas canisters, maybe you do. How many of those do you need? Is there a recommendation for how much extra gas you should have beyond what is in your gas tank?
It's really a case-by-case situation. So the big rule of thumb here is you want to make sure your car is full. Just make sure it is all the way to the max. And you want to make sure you have enough gas in your car that could last you about a week because if there is a storm situation, we don't know how long it could be until you're able to fill up again. So just make sure your car is to the max. Now, as far as those gas canisters, again, that depends because you have to think some people have those generators at home. So you want to make sure you have enough fuel for that as well. A lot of people here, though, are filling up those gas canisters because Eric, JC, they're telling me they simply don't want to deal with these lines anymore.
And blame them.
I know. You think about the gas canisters to fill up your own vehicle, but also a lot of those generators, you're talking about 5 gallons a day if you're running it 24 hours. So it's really something to think about and store them in a safe place. We want all of our viewers to do that because you do not want to store that gasoline inside anywhere.
No, absolutely not.